SHALAWAM YAHAWAH BAHASHAM Yahawashi Pt.1. I'm gonna, these people they wanted to question about the Son of God, how he was a colored man. They don't want to accept that, so through the Spirit, I'm gonna be able to go into it. So they were going into that, and they want to snicker and laugh. They're being very rude and disrespectful. So let me go into the scriptures.
I don't mean to be disrespectful.
Okay, well, when you were in class as a child, when you laughed, what would you do? You sit there and say, hey, they love my lesson. No, that's very rude. It's very rude.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're not laughing at you. It's just
No, and the scriptures do mention that we're made fools for the Lord's sake.
she's
So in the eyes
responding
of
to the energy
y'all,
level, not like what you're saying.
Yeah.
how is laughing responding? I hadn't said one joke. I'm
Well,
being
just
very
'cause
serious.
You're very riled up at us for just
Yeah,
like.
because y'all being very offensive. I'm out here teaching the Lord, and y'all are not willing to accept it. All right, let's read. Let's read, because we read brass. That's where we left off. That's where we left off. And y'all showing our true colors by being offended and not wanting to hear it out.
That's not true. We're
Okay.
not offended. I'm very willing to hear you.
That's a common theme with your people. Y'all walk up, y'all start disagreeing. That's offensive. Y'all are offended.
It's
Yeah, you're
offensive.
people, and you call yourself white because you want to be known as pure and innocent. White is not even a nationality. Where is that in the scripture?
I know about history, so it's not like I think white people are pure and innocent.
That's what that term means. That's witchcraft. You're not realizing you're using witchcraft by calling yourself pure and innocent.
It's
Look up the
just a
definition
common
of
word.
white.
I can say Caucasian if you want.
Yeah, that means you dwelt in cliffs. You dwelt in mountains, caves. That's what the Edomites did. That's another proof. You're literally proving what I'm trying to teach.
Well, Caucasian
You don't even
doesn't
realize it. It means
really, if we're
Caucasian
being
mountains.
technical,
See,
but
now you're
that's
gonna
not
twist
really
it.
all white
But,
people. They're from the
there's a lot
Caucasus
of buts.
Mountains.
Okay. There's let's go into it. Revelation 1 and 14.
Specific things.
His head and his hairs. You're not specifically white though. Look, let's find something white.
I mean, we
You
don't
do not
Okay,
look
are
white.
black people specifically
No,
black?
they're not. But who called them that? Who called them black? They did not
You
give
say
themselves
Jesus-
that title.
You say Jesus is a Negro, which means black.
What is this? What does that say?
The so-called.
Yeah,
Negroes.
so who called them Mexicans, Negroes, all these things?
So why don't you put so-called on this
See,
side?
you're just trying to nitpick. You don't want to hear the message. You're just looking for, that's how serpents
I
work.
hate the message.
A serpent can't get you over here, it's going to slither this way. You're just being a serpent.
I could easily say that's what you're trying to do.
I'm being very direct with you. I'm telling
I'm
you.
being
You
rather
as a
direct as
so-called
well.
black man according to this world, but you keep claiming you're white, saying you're being very direct on what you are, but look what this is white.
We don't care about being white.
Yeah, that's why y'all have that privilege. White comes with privilege. Even Israelites that look like you have more privileges than darker skinned men. That's
Well,
fact.
what does that have to do with me?
See,
Did I say
because
that
you
right?
just said I'm white. No, but your people did. You're benefiting from that. Just like we're suffering from our forefathers for disagreeing.
The secular terminology that people would want to
See?
use would commonly white. It was just
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
colloquialism.
But you say you're all for it. You're all for it.
I'm all for hearing you out.
Okay. No,
That
but
doesn't
you're all
mean
about
I'm
calling
not
yourself
white.
white. And you even said you agree. You made my point. That's another point I would have. Men are not this color. They're not this color. That's fact.
Not usually, except for like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, and there's. Well, let's continue. Revelation 1 and 13,
Or like Eddie Murphy.
verse
He's not
14.
like that.
See how I'm moving forward? We're past that.
It's alright, but
You're getting stuck. You just want to
I'm just trying to keep it light.
Your spirit's very, you're unaccepting of the Lord. That's really what you're coming off
I
of.
accept the Lord. I just don't think
You don't
he's
know
saying
anything.
things
What's
about
his
it that are
name?
accurate.
See, you don't think the
I'm
Bible's
gonna say
accurate.
his name's not Yahweh.
That's that little, that y'all get away with acting however right now. When he returns, it's going to be too late for all that. That laughing's going to be put to an end. Y'all know
Yeah.
that. That's why y'all stop. Y'all know that there's an
No,
end
it's just
to
that
this
your
place.
energy is like so crazy high.
Yeah.
When we feel like we're being.
Because we're not meant to
What about the
intend
scripture that says,
the scriptures say that we're the salt of the earth. Y'all people, our
What about
people
the scripture
were
that says
dwelling in
correct
caves.
people
Y'all
gently?
people were hiding from the sun. Y'all realize that, right?
What about the scripture that says gently correct with all
It says,
patience? and
Revelation,
understanding?
yeah, with my people. You're not my people.
What is
obviously.
your name?
No, see, Yeshaya. If
Yeshaya.
that matters so much. And what's your name?
Jail.
JL?
Logan.
JL and Logan. Okay.
Didn't you tell us about how, like, even
Yeah,
though we
my
may
people-
look white, we may
Yeah,
identify
but
with these
by the spirit, what type of spirit are you portraying? You don't want to accept that he's colored. Let me finish this so we can move forward. Revelation 1 and 14, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in the furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. His feet looked as if they burned. What's the lightest color on your body? Your feet. Why does it look like it was burnt?
Like burnished bronze
See?
refined in a furnace.
I don't want to accept it. You're
Because
being.
it just doesn't mean that, brother.
That's according to you. Now, I can stand here
It's just very
wholeheartedly and
clear
know.
that that's not what that's saying.
Okay, we wanted to jump into Daniel. Let's jump into Daniel 7.
Wait, let's go back to that one.
Let's go to Daniel
Then we're
7.
not-
No,
Accused us of
did I
being
come
a
out here to
jumper.
learn or did I come out here to teach? If y'all want to teach, y'all go stand in another corner. Y'all can come out here and teach. And women aren't even supposed to be teaching or talking in the church. Y'all know that, right?
Excuse me, brother.
Y'all
We're
know
not
that,
in church
right?
right
Y'all
now.
know that, right?
You're not
This
even
is
talking
church.
about
This is church. This is church. If y'all would like to move forward, y'all can go. We can leave this like
Is it a shower?
and just leave it at that. Yes, it is.
Dude, if you want to stick on one point and look at
I'm
the
literally
point,
telling you what the color is, and she wanted to go
Well,
into
let's
Daniel
just-
10 beforehand. So that's what I'm jumping to. I'm controlling the narrative here. If you want to control something, go stand on another corner and teach about how you still believe that he could
do
look
you
like
think that's an
somewhere in
honest
the
way to
image.
communicate?
I'm out here telling you directly how to move. If you want to not agree, we can leave it at that. We'll leave it at peace.
But
Jesse?
you gotta, if you're gonna stand here and like tell people the truth and try to reason with people.
Yeah, but y'all are unreasonable. I'm gonna grab this
It's not
one.
unreasonable.
Y'all are very
Actually.
unreasonable.
We want to actually talk about each point, but whenever we bring up something that might refute what you're saying, you're not willing to like listen to what we're saying.
And that's why he was hated. He was known as an austere man. The
We
world
love
couldn't
him.
accept him. You do not. That's
We
why you
love
don't even want to
Jesus.
accept that he looked like that. That's a false name you're giving worship to. You're giving praise when it comes to the letter J wasn't existing. I'll deal with
Right,
directly
we
with you.
know about
Out of
this.
respect for you, I'll deal directly with you. That's fine. Yes, sir. Because I know how it is. I know. So let me go into Psalms. If you had any questions, I would love to answer.
Does that mean you won't talk to me?
Out of respect for him, yes.
You're allowed to talk to her.
Well, I would like not to. I am allowed to choose who I would like to deal with, and I would like to deal with the man to
She,
man.
she's being more upsetting to you than I am.
What is that?
She's
Out
like
of respect
super
for you,
sweet.
because if I came with her, you're gonna start getting offended because I'm talking to your woman a certain way. Because you don't
Well,
want to
let's
step
not talk to
in
her
and
that
talk
way.
speak up.
Yeah, just
You don't want to
talk
step
me.
in and speak up as the
If you
man of the
just-
household. You're the head.
I've been speaking
I
this
just
whole
went into the
time.
scriptures,
If you-
but as the head, I'm dealing with the head of your household. I'm not gonna come to
Okay,
talk to
that's
you. That's how it is according to the scriptures. That's why the scriptures talk that. You're not
Figure that out.
supposed to.
Can I say
Yeah, if she would like to speak for you, she can speak through you. That's how it is. You know, I can tell your household may be set up in that manner. That's what America teaches. They teach you.
No,
You know, the woman
actually,
has the
we
household.
believe in male headship.
Okay. Well, I mean, for some reason, she's having to do all the talking. She's more
That's
offended than
not
you
true.
are.
I've literally spoken more than she did.
You just got mad at me
also
because I was
been doing-
dealing with her. Because she was speaking more, like you said. Like,
Because you were dealing with her in a way that was violent, bro.
but y'all also dealing with me in a way that's false. I do realize that, right?
I
Very
feel
good.
like I'm pretty chill now.
Yeah, I
bro.
But I'm not done. Let me say it like this, as simple as I can be. I'm not out here for everybody. I'm not out. Yes, I am. I'm vexed. You know what the word vex means?
I do.
See, now, there she goes. She just keeps trying to channel in my energy, bro. I'm just dealing with you as a man. If y'all would like, if y'all could please just move forward. We'll leave it at that.
Wait, hold
That
on.
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because none of this stuff makes sense to you. Order and righteousness does not make sense to your type of people. Your people provide all this chaoticness, and there you go. Yeah, there's Psalms 3 and 3. Takes two walk together, let's say we agree. I'm not walking with y'all. They're not walking with you. Let's just leave it at that. Y'all even said my energy level was different than y'all's. Y'all's energy level was different. We're different people.
But there's plenty of scripture about like how to have relationships with people who are
Yeah, but I'm not out here to learn
Well, it's
scriptures
not
from
even
y'all.
scripture.
You people also taught us that everyone's accepted and God
But you
loves
said that you
everybody.
believe in
You
the
also
66
teach a
books
hell
of the
doctrine.
Bible.
That's a lie according to the Bible.
You said you believe in the 66 books, yes,
There
of
you
the
go.
Bible. You believe in those books. I'm just talking to you about those books. Which you said you
I'm
believe
literally talking about, the Old Testament, New Testament, and New Testament.
in. I don't know about the Apocrypha. I
See, you don't. But I do. I'm boldly
She
telling you.
knows a little bit about the Apocrypha,
That's great.
but
Why
that
should-
doesn't matter because we're
See,
talking
you
about.
keep doing the why. That's the spirit of Esau. Esau questioned why the Lord cursed him.
I
The
didn't
Lord
even
did not
say
deal
why.
with
I
Esau.
didn't even say that. Just-
But you know who I'm talking to. Y'all do realize that the Israelites that went up to him, right? It wasn't just random heathen nations walking up and having to consult. Tobit 13 goes into that, like that. Tobit 13 and 3, confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he had scattered us among them. I opened up with that when I came up. And I go, see, look, are you trying to play games? See, these people are they just been here playing games. Like, that's all y'all are about. They just want to go back and forth. I'm upset. I'm upset that y'all are disrespectful. I've asked y'all to leave 2 or 3 times.
How are we disrespecting you?
I've asked y'all to leave 2 or 3 times, so I have to write it out.
Dude, who are you trying to communicate to? We're the only ones here.
Y'all
that,
two,
are
I'm
trying to talk
asking
to
you two individuals, Logan and I forgot her name, if y'all can leave. That's all I asked, peacefully.
Well, frankly, brother, this is a public sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll continue. What points do y'all have to make?
I'm more curious about like what points you have that are like show me why that means this.
Okay. Let's get into it. So we went into Revelation 1. While you're asking our text here.
I was just looking at the verses you were reading on the phone.
Exactly.
This is Yeshaya.
What's your name? I have a question for you. Let's go into the Bible. What skin tone was the Son of God? What skin complexion was the Son of God if you understand the Bible?
It doesn't matter who, if he's colored or black,
You gotta know.
his word,
But according to the Bible,
according to the Bible.
but according to the Bible, what color was
We don't have to know that.
See, you don't know that.
We don't have to, if you stand
What's
up
his name?
now,
What's his name? Because you have to know that the scriptures speak of his name being revealed unto these people.
the Bible says Jesus Christ.
Okay, and that's according to these images, right? According to this
What about
basket language.
I ain't getting big person.
You know, the ancient Hebrew is a pure tongue. It's not just a random language like Spanish, English. There's all types of alterations to the ancient Hebrew.
And all over the world, we're
Yeah,
preaching
yeah,
the word of
different
God.
languages,
Whether
right?
Spanish,
Yeah.
English,
Yep.
Jesucristo,
But he
Spanish.
does have one name, and it goes back to the ancient Hebrew. That's what I'm referring to. And I can, let's go into Zechariah.
Do you see what we're saying about how burnished cloth is not the same?
Said burnt as if it was burnt in the furnace. Yellow doesn't burn. Yellow doesn't come out of the furnace. Dark skin comes out of the
We're
furnace.
talking about metal.
And what is it? And when it look, let's look up burnt
I
bronze.
gotta see, I'm telling you, Bobby's gonna have a baby. I'll see y'all, y'all be better. I hope I see y'all in heaven. Time comes, I don't know.
No, when you pass away, you automatically go to heaven. The spirit will return.
He tied himself to the Lord, he had a good time.
Hey, if y'all want to follow him, y'all see to love what he has to say. So if y'all want to follow him to that church,
I want to
that's
go
great.
to Bible study.
Yeah, y'all feel free. They're coming with what you were talking about. So
All right, y'all be better.
they would love to go with you.
You're shy?
Decided. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be blessed. Can I share this? This is not denomination. You go to the church, denomination, the church, you go to the Holy Bible.
Yeah, if y'all love to follow him, please, that'd be great.
What's your key?
I'm okay. I'm okay on that. Hey, you gotta finish it. That's fine.
Church.
Zephaniah 3:9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord Yahawah to serve him with one consent. Zephaniah 3:9, because I know y'all weren't listening. For then will I turn to the people a pure language. English is not pure, Spanish is not pure. They all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. So he's speaking of all these, y'all are speaking of churches, this church, that. There's one consent. That word consent, let's go into the definition. The church, you know that word church goes into a body of believers, correct?
Okay, what body believers?
The believers in the Bible, the believers of the one that's in it, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAshi.
But it talks about how you have to like gather with the body of believers.
Yeah, y'all don't believe. Y'all calling on Jesus. Y'all calling on a guy that's yellow according to y'all. Y'all saying that you're
No,
white.
it's not yellow.
We didn't say
You just said that. Y'all are
He was
confused.
probably
I
like,
just told you what brass looks like.
So when the Bible said you look like a burnt brass.
burnt grass is like yellow.
Even if you take brass and burn it, it's not going to turn black. It's
Yeah.
brass.
It
When we
never
go into
turns
leprosy,
black.
that's one thing God in my knowledge.
And the thing with him, I just read it, and it never says that God gave him leprosy.
Okay.
He did give him a mark, but it doesn't say what kind of mark it was.
Okay. Oh, that's the scripture you just reminded me of.
Where did you hear about this stuff?
What is according to the scriptures? What is
So
holy?
don't know about that
you
one.
read the
What is-
Bible and you came away with all of this just by
Yeah,
reading
all
it
through the
yourself?
spirit.
You just
I know
like happened to-
what does holy mean? Can I ask all that?
Set apart.
Set apart, yes. Separate. What is separate from the world?
I guess black people.
No, I'm not saying that. You're being carnal. Like you're being very.
We're thinking that's what you would say.
See, that
I was
y'all
making a
just
little
so
joke.
offended. Let me go into this scripture, man. Y'all got it.
We're not offended at all. Only
No,
you were offended.
no, y'all got it twisted, man. Y'all crazy. This is in Sirach 39 and 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. Y'all stumbling. Y'all don't want to hear one thing I had to say. Y'all heard a little bit
I
in the
wanna hear
beginning.
everything you have
I'll
to
give
say.
y'all that. I gave y'all a little bit in the beginning. Y'all were listening. Y'all were being humble. And all y'all were doing was setting up your attack. You were just setting up how you're gonna come and go against what I'm having to teach. That's it. That's all y'all are doing.
No, it's not. Being humble doesn't mean listening without asking questions.
Yeah, the Lord was known as an austere man. You know what austere means? He said he was the voice of many waters. He wasn't all soft with you people. Y'all realize that, right? He was hated because he wasn't out here all, yes ma'am, whatever you like.
That's actually something I talk about all the time.
Right? Then why the hell is she over here? Is humble supposed to be? I'm not supposed to be humble with like the people that giving me this false information. I'm not supposed to be just sitting here and saying, okay, Mr. Esau, what else do you want me to say?
It's just that
Y'all want me to be out here teaching what
it
y'all
seems like
teach.
if you're teaching a message, you can also have to teach it what you want to do.
Yeah, with my people that are willing to hear it out. Y'all are not willing to hear it out. All y'all keep saying is something about yellow. All y'all keep saying is it wasn't black. A so-called black man, you prove that black is not the true title.
Because you're saying that burnt grass like means black, and we're just
It's referring to
saying
dark
grass
skin.
is yellow.
It's referring to dark skin. So
how
y'all,
did you get
I
this?
don't
so
see
you
how
just
that
said he's a
person
yellow
dark
man.
skin.
You're just saying he's a yellow man. He looked like the Simpsons. You think he looked like Homer
It's
Simpson?
like symbolic.
I have a question for you. I have a
Or
question
it's
for
just
you.
shiny.
Okay.
If those descriptions in Daniel and Revelation describe Jesus when he was just walking around as a normal human, why were people like more amazed that his face looked like lightning and his eyes looked like flames of fire?
Of righteousness. It references righteousness.
So why was the grass?
Can
Why
Can
is
I
the grass
respond?
like
Or
with
can
the
I ask or
lightning
can I
and
respond?
flames, like small?
Can I respond?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can I respond? Yes, because y'all are not spiritual. Y'all can't decipher when it's a metaphor. Y'all can't decipher whenever it's literally. Y'all don't want him to literally have dark skin and white wool hair. Y'all want him to look like this. Y'all would love for him to. Yes, y'all do. That's why y'all
I don't
argue.
think he was
When I'm
white.
standing here,
Yeah, we
and why
don't
did
think
he
Jesus
say?
was white.
Let me ask this. Why did he say it doesn't matter? But for some reason to you two, it very much matters to me.
Brother,
yeah,
it's
it does
you that
matter.
it very much
yes,
matters to
it
you.
very does much matter. So y'all can go about believing in this guy, a yellow guy, a white guy, a purple guy, green guy. I don't care.
We believe
I'm
that
out here for the
Jesus
ones that
just
believe in the
looked
same
Jewish.
exact doctrine.
Slow
Not
down.
one consent.
Slow
Yeah,
down.
slow
See,
down.
you don't control anything out
are
here.
the
If
one
you can
who
move
said-
forward, that'd be great.
You
That
are
would
the
be
one
great.
who is saying that the brass
I
description
am.
is literal.
I am. And he's a dark-skinned man.
Brass is not that color.
Burnt brass, as if it was burned in a furnace.
Burnt
You
brass
not
is
listening.
just pure brass.
There y'all go.
Because when you
Refined
put
in a furnace
fire-
is just how you get the metal.
Yeah.
Brass.
And what does that
no
really
point looks
change at the
black.
end of the day whenever y'all get
Because it
the
doesn't
idea?
mean that.
See?
How
So how are you going to sit here and tell me what it means when you're here listening to what I say it means?
We
Why are
walked
you
up
here
because you were
listening?
preaching.
Yeah.
Yes, and
the
y'all can
reasons
walk
you're-
away. Go do whatever y'all please to do. Y'all can go and enjoy y'all's heaven for the moment, because y'all are going to be placed into captivity under the man, under the Son of God. Y'all will be placed into captivity. Y'all do realize that,
Why
right?
would we be placed under captivity?
Let's go into Revelation. We're reading Revelation. Y'all believe he's a yellow man according to the Revelation in 1.
No,
I
chapter
we
1.
never said he was yellow.
I
Then what
believe
is
that the
he?
thing
From
about
your-
the brass
for
is
your-
as symbolical
So
or
what is
like
it symbolic?
poetic as the lightning
What is
and
it
the flame.
symbolizing?
It's right next to two
What is
poetic
symbolizing?
statements. Why does it turn literal?
Why? What is it symbolizing? Let's ask that.
Well,
You
What
just
does
said
the
it's
lightning
symbolizing.
symbolize?
the
What
two
is it?
passages.
See, you're wanting me to teach, but you don't like the way I teach, so you disagree.
Because it doesn't make sense.
So it doesn't make sense to you. As they're playing onto the holy, they're stumbling blocks onto the wicked. That's going over your head. You're not. None of it
That
connects
doesn't
with
mean
you.
that just anything you say that people don't agree with
Okay.
just
You're
must mean they're
shouting.
wicked.
You're not really giving us a lot of reason to believe that you're a Holy Spirit.
I don't have to. The Spirit is supposed to. I'm not here to tell you, convince y'all. I'm not here to convince every fucking person here. Y'all understand that, right?
The
Well,
way
we
that you're
understand
responding to
the
things we're
Spirit.
saying is not something that the Holy Spirit would need you to do.
To the guy that y'all been believing in. Y'all believing in a guy that doesn't have balance. Y'all believing in a God of power, because that's all God means. God just means power. Y'all believe in a false balance. That's what y'all literally
How does
confessing.
God just mean power?
Is that you don't go into the meaning of words. That's what exposes how
Actually, I'm
simple
like
you Christians
somebody
are.
who more than
So
most
what does
people
God
does
mean?
that all
What
the
does
time.
Allah mean? Because that's just another way of saying God. It just means power. I'm
do you
literally
also read
breaking
the
it
Quran?
down.
Well, how? What
See,
is
the
the
Quran's
etymology
false.
of
That's a
God?
false teaching. But see how you? Yeah, that's a false
So,
teaching.
what
Yes,
is
it
the
is.
etymology of God that makes it mean power?
Let's go into it. Supreme being, deity. From it goes into the Greek.
What is the etymology?
Right there, supreme being,
From what
deity.
English?
In Old English. It seems like y'all are just y'all sidestep. Y'all sidestep. Y'all sidestep.
You're the one who brought up the etymology and said that we don't look at the etymology, so we asked you about the
So why
etymology.
y'all were
and
looking
you're
up
saying
everything else? Why can't y'all do that? It's like y'all lazy. Y'all just wanna. Oh, what is this? Like, oh, what is that? But meanwhile, you're probably. What do you
This
mean?
is 100% whiskey, brother.
See, there you go. Yeah.
I'm
Even
just
if you
kidding.
were,
It's
yeah.
sweet tea.
Okay, there you go. But now, man, if y'all could please just call it a day. At the end of the day, if y'all have more questions, feel free to look up Great Millstone. Men I learned from, because obviously the Lord deals with
You
men.
just read the Bible.
Yes, and then according to the same spirit that they were in, that's the spirit I reside with.
How do you know that that's the Spirit of God?
Yes, it's through scripture, precept upon precept, line upon line. Study to show thyself approved. It's
Do you
very
know the
simple.
scripture that says how you can tell true spirits from false spirits?
I just brought it up earlier. Y'all don't listen.
What was
That
it?
shows. Y'all have
What
two
was
ears,
What was
one
the
mouth.
scripture?
Y'all speak more than y'all listen. Y'all realize that, right?
That's not true.
I think you've
actually.
been
I'm
much
literally
more
everything
spoken
y'all
than
said.
this.
I've came to it with the scripture, and there's
What
two
was
of
the
y'all.
scripture?
See, like literally as I'm speaking, she can't wait. This is the lack of patience. You know, that's just all it is.
I've been telling you.
Yeah, there you go. Hey,
Come on.
you can't do nothing towards the truth, but for the truth. You know, as the scriptures say. See, she's saying, try the spirit by the spirit. You got to be a spiritual individual. Esau's known as a carnal man.
Well, she asked you
He's
a
carnal
scripture
man
about how
you
equally
would
with the
discern
Lord.
the
Yeah, I
spirits.
asked you which scripture it was, and you never said.
You just said, you know the scripture. I referred to it earlier. I can go look it up. But at the end of the day,
You don't know the
if y'all have a Bible and you're able to look it up, you can do as you leave. But I know y'all people. Y'all go to a church on Sunday. You feel as you're at peace and saved. When there hasn't even happened anything yet. There's a mark of the beast getting ready to roll out. You ought to understand what the mark of the beast is.
Yes.
What is it?
It's the mark for people
You're
who
stumble.
rejected Christ.
No, it's not.
It's in
Nope.
Revelation.
Can you buy or
Look it
sell
up.
with the rejection of Christ? How do you reject him? It's a physical mark. It goes into the word
That's what
paragma.
it's a mark of
Physical.
people.
It's physical. That is
rejected
physical.
Christ.
When they go into
Yeah.
the Greek word, it goes into
I
paragma.
didn't
It's
say it
physical
was
mark.
like a non-physical mark.
So what is a
I just
physical
said a
mark? How do you physically get marked?
What is the mark of the beast? Why don't you just
It's
tell
the
us?
RFID chip. Not that that's going to mean anything to y'all because y'all
You
stumble
think
for
we
it.
have the RFID chip?
It has it rolled out. Have they made that mandatory where you can't get a job, you can't use money? It's a one world currency. That's going to show you people believe in this. You see, you're going to believe in their ways of life. You're going to believe in having that mark so they can know everything about you as if they're God.
Brother, if
That's
you
their
knew
push.
who you were talking to, if only. You don't know how many pictures just like this I've seen in my life. I've seen all the like conspiracy stuff.
Hey,
all
you
through
think that's a
the whole
conspiracy?
time.
That's fact. That's all
Bro,
according to
this is a
scripture.
textbook conspiracy picture right now. This is like,
Yeah.
literally, if you just look up conspiracy
Yeah.
or Google images, this is what you'll get.
And that's why she loves you because you're very proud. You know that, right?
I don't think you're
Brother, you have no idea who you're speaking
I
to.
don't
That's
even disagree
literally,
with this.
That's
Yeah,
literally what you
this is
said.
the thing that
So
people
why
use
would
it.
you
I
shun
literally
it?
don't even
Why would
disagree
you
with
shun
this.
it? You're literally acting as if
Yeah.
you're above it.
Well,
and as
this
soon as I
picture-
call you proud, oh, I agree. No, and even the scriptures talk about your type. Man, that you
Well,
prove
this
the
picture
Bible
doesn't say
over and
anything
over.
about these guys being Edomites, and that
Yeah.
means white people.
And it's
I don't
just
know
that.
that Edomites means white people either.
It means red people. They're not white.
Can you tell him?
Well, most of us are not really that red.
Yeah, that's true.
You're very red. You are red right now.
I'm always red. I'm pretty
And
red.
there you go. Like, so you're not
pink.
most of us.
I'm pink.
It goes into red.
You have pinkness on your face
Yeah,
as
you're
well.
also
And that's okay. And that's okay. That's
It's
the curse
okay
that
for
was
us
unto
too.
me. The Lord, but the Lord has a different outcome for you people versus mine. I'll be blessed, the Lord willing,
So
with
what's
the new
the
body.
difference?
See, I've
What's the
been
difference?
talking about the difference. We've been having differences this whole time.
The difference is
and
that
yet,
you think that Jesus was black.
I don't
and
think
that
I know. I know it. It's through faith. Let's leave it at that. I have faith in what I believe in. You have faith in what you
The
believe.
things
But
that
the
you
Bible
are
But at
talks
the end of the
about
day,
Jesus
let me put it this way. At the end of the day, y'all don't really have faith in what y'all believe in, which is why you just can't let it go. That's how devils are. They can't let shit go. That's why to the end of time, until the Lord returns, till the end of this time, because this place is just going to be wiped out. Nuclear missiles, not the lake of fire is not someplace underground that's burning forever. Because y'all teach the Lord loves everybody, but then at the end of the day, He puts
I don't
people
think
in
the
hell.
Lord loves everybody.
So there you go. For Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Romans, Malachi. So it proves that the Lord has hate for these type of people. And y'all just
That doesn't mean white people when it says that.
Edomites. They're known as profane, godless, as Esau. Let me go
Okay,
into that.
how,
See,
show me
look,
how the Edomites mean.
y'all are unreasonable, very unreasonable people.
How so?
Because I'm literally telling you, and I quote the scripture as soon as you make a comment, and then you change it to how does like.
That's what being a reasonable person
That's
is.
not reasonable at all. That's you being
you
a
have,
double-minded
like, discourse
individual.
back and forth,
You're
that's what being
double-minded. Y'all hate
reasonable
that I'm
is.
standing here firm on what I'm talking about.
How
Y'all
are
trying
you
to stump me
double-minded?
over. Y'all trying to turn me into this whenever I'm telling you I'm this. That's
It's just-
literally the ways of Esau.
It's just that you're like, how do these scriptures?
Because it's all new
back
to
up
y'all.
what
It's
you're
all like,
saying?
wow, why is he saying this?
But-
You know, it's all
Well,
new
the
to y'all.
scriptures aren't new.
Yeah.
The scriptures aren't.
Yeah,
this
we've heard the
doctrine.
scripture before.
This doctrine is all new to y'all.
But
Y'all
when-
not came across these teachings.
But when
Well,
we
actually, I
ask you,
have.
So what? Why are you so intrigued and acting like you're new to it?
it's more like we're trying to
sir.
Y'all are trying to get to me. You're exposing yourself. That's a demon. I'm trying to get to you. Yes, and I'm telling you, I'm not dealing with y'all. I've been telling y'all I'm not dealing with y'all, but all y'all can do is try to harass me. And you keep running your mouth, and I'm ready to back it up. But at the end of the day, I have to let y'all, whatever y'all trying to do, I'm going to let it be an example for other teachers out
You
there.
interrupted me in the middle of my sentence.
Because at the end of the day, I did tell her, didn't I not? That I was trying to deal with you.
Does the Bible not say that we're supposed to contend with false
Does the Bible not say that women were not supposed to speak amongst the churches?
It
The Bible does not
has.
teach that you're not supposed to teach as a
That
woman.
is talking about during
See,
church
you're trying to
gatherings.
flip-flop. Double-minded. These people do not deal
Yeah,
with
it's
the
literally
Lord. The Lord's
in the
not dealing
Bible
with
that
these
there are
people.
women who like speak or like part of the ministry. They are
We're talking about
not
prophetess. Prophetess is the wife of a prophet. Yeah, you're right. The wife can tell her husband something. The husband's going to break it down and go and teach it.
Priscilla and Aquila,
Do you know about
they're
this?
in the
Y'all know
Bible.
what the Bible says about women teaching and women speaking amongst the churches?
We're not at church, bro.
Yeah, this is
Y'all
not
realize the
a
word, the
setting
church, the
where-
meaning of word, a
There's
body
two
of
different
believers.
senses of the word church.
I'm not taking like a position of authority.
Y'all, y'all know the Lord doesn't
She's
dwell in
she's
physical
literally
temples,
just asking
right?
you questions.
Y'all understand the
you just,
Lord.
like,
Here's,
don't
I'm
have
trying to
to
get to you. How is that a
Yes,
question?
the
I'm
veil
trying
was
to
torn,
get to
blah,
you.
blah, blah.
What does I'm trying to get to you mean?
That's not even what I
That's not a
said.
question.
trying to reach
What
you
the?
as a human being.
Yo, y'all are funny,
You can,
man.
since you have this on record,
Yeah.
you can go back and look at what I
You
said.
literally said, I'm trying to get to you. I replied and said, look, she literally exposed herself, saying, I'm trying to
Let her
get to
finish
you.
the sentence.
I said I'm trying to get you to.
I'm trying to get to you. Y'all people are liars. Let me go into the scripture.
You can look
I
at the
actually
video.
think she might
but
have
you
accidentally said get to you.
Yeah,
That's
she
what I
didn't
heard.
accidentally. She did that on purpose
Yeah,
until
you too.
I pulled her card. I showed her what she said and how she don't like what she said.
She's not like
She's
that.
twisting it. She literally
That's
just did
not
it in
what
front of
I
your
was
very
doing.
eyes.
Not on purpose.
Father of.
I'm pretty sure you can look at the video and see that I said I was trying to get you.
And that's why your people have dominated. Y'all try to smooth things over and make it seem like you're all innocent. Your people have dominated for doing that same whole characteristic that you're showing.
Not really.
Yes, really. 100% really. According to the Son of God, really. According to BAHASHAM,
I mean, if you
you
pay
are the devil.
attention to like current media, it's really a bunch of white people being like, white people are so evil, I hate being white.
Yeah,
Oh,
because they're
so
trying to
many
please,
crimes.
they're trying to please the poor. The rich are trying to please the poor, but that's not enough
You know
for the
what?
Son.
That's actually true.
There you go. Look, I'm literally telling
But
you.
it's still
And now
not
you're
true.
you're just trying to fit his agenda. You're just here to push your own little thing. Because at the end of the day, I'm not assuming. Like he's literally agreeing to what I'm saying. I literally said they're trying to please
Just
the
because I agree
poor.
with one thing you say doesn't mean that you're
Yeah,
right
you're
about
not
it.
listening at all to anything.
John
I'm saying.
8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. You Edomites, the Canaanites. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abide not in the truth. You abide. You don't live in the truth. Y'all do not live in the truth. I bet y'all eat porn.
How are the
I bet
Edomites
you. I
white?
bet you eat porn. I bet you eat
Definitely
seafood. I bet you smoke. You know, you may smoke cigarettes. I can't sit here and just say this or that.
How are the
At the end of
Edomites
the day,
white people?
abide not in
Yeah.
truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. There you go.
So you must be white.
How are that? So the Edomites are white because Cain had leprosy. You're saying?
But Cain never had
Cain
leprosy.
never had leprosy.
And
It's not
leprosy
in
is
the
a
Bible.
catch-all term that means more than actually just turning your hair yellow. It was like a bunch of different skin diseases.
Is that
If y'all
why?
would like to push like our pushing, location elsewhere. I do not agree with y'all. Y'all don't agree with me. I'm making it. See, that's a demon. Literally trying to tell me what I am. I'm telling y'all are confused because
I do
as soon
believe
as I
there's a
read.
demon of confusion happening.
Yes,
Yeah.
between the two of you. Yes, yes indeed. And I brought up 1 Corinthians 14 and 33, and that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough for y'all to just like, all right, well, let's just leave it as it is.
Because
We're
you're
moving
not
forward.
using-
Everybody, one second.
Now,
If your truth was that solid, you wouldn't need to get riled up about us asking you questions.
Okay.
You would just give us like calm answers, and we'd be like, oh, and we would like see your point.
Y'all are not seeing the point. That's when
Because it
that's
doesn't
when
mean
that's when I started saying, all right, man, you're bucking up. You know what bucking up means? You're like, no, that's not it. This is it.
I never
That's
did
literally
that.
what you're doing.
I never had that body
you painted,
language.
but Esau paints it up with this. Yeah, man, I just said your truth is the truth. That's your spirit, bro. You're
That's
literally,
not my
you're
spirit.
literally,
That's
I
the
know
opposite.
that's
That's
the
the
opposite
opposite
of what
of
I'm doing. Like, dude, you're literally being
Yeah,
a hypocrite.
if we were saying your truth is your truth.
And all you do is
then
sit there
would
like a
have
little
no issue
demon.
with it.
That's all y'all are. Y'all are demons. Y'all are demons.
How else am I supposed to respond to this violent out behavior?
Because you don't like it. You don't like, you think it's
It's not that I don't
outlandish.
like
You think
it,
it's
it's just that,
outlandish.
like-
He doesn't want to accept the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American are the true children of Israel. Y'all people, your people go back to the Edomites and you're going to be slaves in the kingdom.
There's
How
not
are-
a good reason
how
why
are
the
the
Edomites
Edomites
are
white?
white.
How are the Edomites white?
Give us a good reason why the Edomites are
Okay,
white.
let's say, for this instant, let's say I didn't y'all want to talk about Edomites? What do you think they are? Who are the people that dwelt in cliffs, that were the father of lies,
It doesn't say
that murdered?
dwelt in cliffs.
Okay. Yeah, they mountain dwellers. It literally says that in Job. But y'all people don't deal with Job, so it's like, oh. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, so why do you keep doing this so?
White people don't even think go.
You don't even understand that they dwell in cliffs. Edomites were mountain dwellers.
Edomites are the people
They
who
exalted
lived in Edom.
themselves as an eagle, planting their habitations in the heavens. Satellites.
So
That's your people who like.
So the way you're saying that Edomites are white people is that you go, Edomites live in mountains and cliffs, father of lies. And
Yeah,
you're like,
I go
that's
into
what
the
white people
context.
thinks.
I go into context and he's offended. What a better way for someone that has pale skin that can't stand being in the sun to dwell?
I thought the skin didn't matter,
See?
that we could be descended from Israel.
But your
even though
spirit
we
is
have
100% an Edomite. That's what you are.
You're only saying that because I don't agree with you.
Y'all literally are agreeing with everything that they teach y'all. They
No, we're
literally
not.
get y'all.
Dude.
Y'all don't have to be all
That's not
sacrificial.
true.
In terms of these guys being wrong about everything, I completely agree with you. I just don't think they're Edomites.
But they do agree with your church, right? They do
No, they
allow your
don't.
church not to pay
These
taxes,
guys are
right?
not
They don't.
They're in
agree with
favor
our
of
church at
they're
all.
in favor of
Yeah.
your church not paying taxes, so they write them those little checks.
Dude, if you
Y'all
were to
listen,
ask like anybody
your church
in like
pay
almost
taxes?
any
Ezekiel
church about
35,
these
no,
guys,
we're supposed to be out in the highways and hedges, which henceforth why y'all came and saw me out here teaching. Yeah,
which is
let's
cool
go into
that
Ezekiel
you're, like,
35.
out here doing this, except
Exactly.
it's all wrong.
Ezekiel 35 and 5. See, if you believe it's all wrong, why stick around? That's lingering. You're
It's because
lingering.
every soul
You're like a
matters,
cancer
bro.
that doesn't want to go away.
It's
You're a
because
cancer
we-
that does not want to go away. Henceforth, nuclear missiles
Because
coming
we
down
care
and
about
destroying
you
a good
personally as a
majority.
human being.
I do not care about you. I can say that. I do not
Then
care about
how are
you.
you a
I do not
Christian?
care about you.
Yeah, how are you a Christian?
Because I
It
follow
says-
the Son who came from the tribe of Judah,
No,
from
it
the tribe of
says
Israel,
in
the
John
tribes of
that
Israel.
if anyone says that they love God but they hate their neighbor, then they are lying. It
And
literally
that's
says
speaking of
that in
Israel. We
1
had
John.
this conversation earlier, but your lack of thinking and of awareness is showing that you don't listen to what I'm
No.
teaching.
Okay, so what
Y'all
about the
do not
Samaritans?
What?
What about the Samaritans?
Samaritans, the accounts, certain accounts, they go back to Israel. You people just read it and literally say, oh, that's it. That's literally what
about
you were
when the
trying to say about me, but
What
you're
about
showing
the
your true
Israelites
colors.
when they were in Babylon and it said that they were to just pray for the prosperity of Babylon?
That's what y'all are trying to do today. You're praying for the prosperity of America. I'm telling you, this place is
No,
going to be
it's-
destroyed
no,
by
the
a
Lord
dark-skinned
told
man.
the Israelites to
a
pray for the
dark-skinned-
prosperity of Babylon.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
love their neighbors.
Okay,
and, like,
well,
be
I'm
good
teaching
citizens.
something, but
Jesus-
y'all are just trying to overthrow and
Jesus
trying to
told you to
overtake.
With scripture.
Apparently, no, because when I quote a scripture, y'all don't want to hear the scripture. Y'all start changing it.
Because
See,
you're-
there it is. This
you're
is like the
twisting
15th time y'all have done this.
Saying
Y'all
anything
go.
at all?
Y'all go, please.
We don't have to go.
Please.
We're just going to
Because you're Edomite, you're proud. You're proud. You very much so believe this place is your
Say
person.
to love your enemy.
The enemies were the Israelites. Simple as that. That's all I got to say. The enemies were the Israelites. Whenever he taught, he wasn't teaching heathens. He did not say, thou shalt teach the heathen. No, it said, teach
So the
among the
whole thing
Gentiles.
about reaching
because
the
these
Gentiles is like
in the New
not
Testament,
reaching
referring to
heathens.
the
It's because he
Israelites.
doesn't care about heathens, right? That's
Yeah,
why
he
sent
does not.
missionaries out.
He does, yeah. He doesn't care about heathens.
But
He
God-
cares about the lost sheep of
But
Israel,
the Holy
as he taught.
Spirit-
I
What
was
about the
sent out, but unto the lost
Gentiles? The
sheep of Israel.
Gentiles literally means non-Israelites.
Yeah.
In the Old Testament, you're going into the Hebrew, right? And in the New Testament, it goes into the Greek, which is referring to the Israelites that were lost their ways.
There's no way that's true.
No.
See?
Because-
You don't want it to be true. There's no way that you're
Gentile
gonna
just
be
means
right
not
and I'm wrong because I've
Dude,
studied
the
this.
New
I'm telling
Testament
you.
is like very clear that they were trying to reach the Romans.
Yeah. The Romans and the
Yeah.
Greeks.
Just like I'm so-called American.
What
if
about
an
this-
Israelite came and said, hey man, you're not American, you're not Mexican, you're an Issacharite. You see? That's how it is. I was just taught that. I thought I was American too, just like you. I thought I was Mexican. Because your people told me I was Mexican.
Well, were you born in America?
See, there you go. See, then you're American. It's not about where you're born, just like being a Greek. Greeks are customs. That's not a heritage. That's not a nationality.
Well, it is.
It's a
definitely
custom.
Both.
It's a custom.
It's definitely both
The
things.
custom. Because these people, they don't want to claim their own nationality, so they call themselves Spaniards, so they call themselves Romans, so they call themselves Greeks, they
It
call
just means
themselves
that they're from
Japhites.
Greece or from Rome, brother.
That's not what, see, don't call me brother. You're not a brother to me. You're not. You're not being brotherly at all.
You're not showing any of the fruits of
I'm
the
not showing what your false God taught you, and that's why, yeah,
You said you believe
y'all
in the
sticking
66
around.
books of the Bible that we believe in. So
We don't
the
believe in
fruits
the
of the
same
Spirit are
doctrine. What does doctrine mean?
What are the
What are the
fruits of
fruits
the
I
of the
Spirit?
already said it earlier. What does doctrine
What
mean?
are the fruits
You
of
didn't
the
say what the
Spirit?
I
fruits of
did.
the
I
Spirit
said what
are.
doctrine means. I'm telling you what I said earlier. Doctrine. What does that mean? I told you what it meant.
What is a doctrine?
What does doctrine mean? That word. What does that equal? What is that?
The etymology, I don't know.
It just means teachings. We follow
Sure.
the same book, but we do not follow the same teachings. you
So
are
you don't
so
believe that the
upset,
fruits of the
then I'm
Spirit are
teaching
what
that
they
your
say?
people are going to be in captive. You're going to see death from nuclear missiles.
that's
Your
not what
whole
the Bible
heaven is
says.
going to be wiped out, and that's that.
That's not what the Bible says.
That's exactly what it says.
You're like twisting the scriptures all
Yeah.
over.
Oh yeah, I'm twisting it.
You
Just like
haven't shown us one scripture
Oh.
that meant like what you said it meant.
Which
Yeah.
one? What do you want me to point out?
Dude,
Since you
Anything
need a
that
container.
the
these are
scripture
very
said.
obvious